When you're going down to the shops in your car, it's easy. You just jump in and drive off. But when you're going on holiday in your motorhome, it's a little bit different. Things need to be checked. For example, check the lockers. Make sure that they're closed and locked for safety and security. Check the windows. It's so easy to leave them open before you set off. Check the water filler. Make sure that's secure. More lockers. And then we need to check up top, make sure we haven't left any windows open, any aerials or satellite dishes left in the up position. They must come down. Got to check the tyres. Now then, on this van I have tyre pressure monitors, but it's essential because a motorhome's carrying a lot of weight, and if you don't check the tyres, you could find yourself in big trouble. And while you're at it, don't forget to clean the lens on your rear view camera. And it goes without saying that you should always check your mirrors, your lights, and your windscreen wipers. So we're all checked, we're all good. Let's go! Your motorhome is usually going to be a lot heavier, larger and slower than your car. And you may find that on roads like this one, you end up with a bit of a tailback behind you. So whenever I can, if there's a convenient place to pull over, I do so, and I let the people behind me come past. Well, civility costs nothing. Now then, it's at roundabouts, the first roundabout you come to on a trip, that you usually find out how well you've packed away the crockery and whether you've closed all the drawers, the wardrobes and the doors. Here's my first roundabout. Let's find out. Okay, it's at times like this. I wish I had air suspension. Oh, something fell down, but I don't think it was very important. Uh-oh. I failed the tea towel test. I remember when the national speed limit was, well, just about as fast as you could go. But not anymore. You've got to be really careful, and the limits change all the time. Before I came out today, I checked the .gov.uk website just to make sure that I knew what I was talking about. And I was surprised to discover that motorhomes have got their own speed category. Now then, on a road like this, which is a single carriageway with the national speed limit applying, the speed limit for a motorhome like this is only 50 miles an hour, and that's because this motorhome has a maximum unladen weight of 4.2 tonnes, which takes me over the 3.05 tonnes limit. Now then, on a dual carriageway, I'm now allowed to do 60 miles an hour, but if I had a motorhome with a maximum unladen weight of under 3.05 tonnes, I could actually put my foot right flat to the floor and go up to 70 miles an hour. And always remember that if you're towing a trailer, then the speed limit once again is going to change. I love driving, I really do, especially when I'm in my motorhome, but there are some things, especially on the motorway, that drive me to distraction, the things people do. And one of the things that really gets me going is the habit that some people have of just barging onto the motorway without any consideration to what's already on there. What you're supposed to do once you're on the slip road is to look at the traffic coming along the motorway from behind you and build up enough speed so that you're travelling at a very similar speed. And then in you go. I've got a massive great space on this occasion, but I'm already well over 50 miles an hour, building up my speed on the slip road, and onto the motorway I come, and I haven't inconvenienced anybody, and I haven't put myself or anybody else in a dangerous situation. So here we are, cruising along in lane 1 on the motorway. Now I'm sure that every one of you knows that this is the lane you should always be in, unless of course you're overtaking, in which case it's quite permissible to go into lane 2 or lane 3, unless of course you're towing a trailer, in which case you must never go in lane 3. Now then, when you leave a motorway, they give you about 300 yards warning with the indicator signs along the side of the road. And you really should start indicating as soon as you come to that first indicator sign. Indicators are for telling people what you're going to do, not what you are doing. They can see that for themselves. So there it is, just a few ideas that you might like to bear in mind the next time you take your motorhome out for a spin. But there's one thing I haven't mentioned, and this is the most important, the most critical rule of all. Whenever you're out in your motorhome and you see another motorhome, don't forget to wave.